Hi everyone, this is Dr. Love here. I wanted to just go over some of the things that our librarian has shown us when she came to visit our class. I know for some of you it was a big review. For some of you it was the first time seeing some of these online tools. And also I discovered something new. She's talked about the LibraryKey Nomad that I never heard of. So I am going to show you how to use them, just because I noticed that some of you had some confused looks. It might be just me, and also some of you may have forgotten how to use some of these things. So it's always good to review, and I'm happy to just create the short video to just go through some of the things just to make sure that we're on the same page for all of us, because it is going to be very important for us to utilize these learning technology tools to ensure that we're working efficiently, and also these tools are working for us, right? Not dominating our lives. So when you go to my Canvas website, if you go there, go to the modules. I'll also post something on the announcements to make sure that you know where it is. There's a new module called Module 00 where there's recorded lectures of my materials. It sometimes takes me a little bit because I have to watch the video to make sure that I did not record any one of you. I know some of you are very comfortable being recorded. However, I know not all of you are. So I try to record only my lecture so you have a record of it, and I try to format it so it looks as professional as possible, but please know that I'm total amateur. But I just want to make sure that you have all the information. So if you go there, you have my recorded lecture that you can look at. For this week, we did go over the organization and the technical assessment portion of it. So you can work your way through your organization to see where they're at and what kind of assessments that you're making. When you click on this library course guide for this class, our librarian made a special course for us to go check it out. So if you go there, it gives you this website, and you can click on any of these sites to get more information. The two areas that I wanted to just make sure that I talk about more today is the LibraryKey tools. That was something that I was not familiar with, just because it's something new. If you go to this LibraryKey Nomad, it's a pretty good, cool extension, just because I was using Google Scholar. They had something else before at the library. Take a look. If you click on this extension, it takes you to this web page right here in terms of getting to that website. And when you get to that website, it takes you to this website. Those of you who are Mac users, I had some issues with Safari just because I could not remember my Apple ID and my password. But so I opted to use Chrome and Firefox. I did Chrome and it worked really well. And I'm going to show you how to do it on Firefox, just because there is no password that you have to use. So once you download it, it's very, very easy. You open up your Firefox or Chrome, and once you go there, you're able to use this pretty quickly. So for instance, if you go to the Firefox and download it, you'll get this message right here that says Nomad, LibraryKey Nomad requires. So you can say yes or no. For now, I just clicked on OK. You go to select organization. You have to go all the way down, but look at all these universities that are using this. So I could see why our university decided to use it, because for the past couple of days I've been playing around and seeing how it looks and what you need to be doing. It is very easy to use. However, if you are not familiar with it, sometimes it's really difficult to use, just because I think some of you are visual learners and you have to see how it's used in settings. So you have to go all the way down. I'm sure you could type out the name, but I think this is what I did initially because I was just really curious about how many universities were using it, and I was pleasantly surprised at how many of the universities are using it, and all the UT schools. As you can see, I used to work for Tyler. I also work for San Antonio as well. So let's get down to, there we are. So you get to Incarnate Word, and this is what happens when you click on the next item. So you do this, and you're set now. So it's all done. You refresh the and it's all finished in terms of utilizing this extension. So once you've done that, and I'm going to show you how it works in Chrome, because this, I couldn't show this to you because I already set it up on Chrome. So you download it, you get to your Chrome, and the next step wasn't that clear because you're like wondering, what do you need to be doing? So let's go to PubMed. And when you go to PubMed, that's one of the search engines that we could use, and go to advanced setting. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put AI in parentheses, artificial intelligence, or AI, parentheses, and I want to use and you know my field, public health. So it's going to be a large search. Let me just put and education. Okay, let's just put those three in and then search. So there's 21,000 search, so that's a lot of information. But as you can see, what's different about using or actually installing the Libkey that I realized was having this icon right here. So if you install it correctly, it shows that it's provided by that university, and you're able to get the article right away. So let me, not the medical one, not healthcare, I want to look at public health in general, not just medical. Let me see, precision, education, teaching. Why don't I, so the articles span from 1952 to 2025. So what I'm going to do is I'm just interested in the last, probably last, let's say 2 years. That would still almost 5,000. And you could do that with, you could put additional filters. So let's see if I could put any other criteria to make it less. So let's see. So artificial intelligence, chatbots for promoting health behaviors. Oh, here it is, healthcare and education. So let's look at this one. And what's very interesting is you click on this, and what the librarian showed you was if you click on Cite, you click on here, because we're using APA, it gives you the APA citation. Those of you who are using Ref Manager or the Reference Manager tool, you want to download this, and it allows you to automatically get it into your Ref Manager. Okay, so when you see this icon, this is a new tool for the library card. The new tool that they got is this. So you're able to get the PDF file right away, and you're able to just, I mean, it is an open article, but you're able to just get the article pretty quickly from this website. So, and then look at this, though. You have the ability to summarize if you have any of the AI tools. That's pretty cool. And we'll talk a little bit more, just because I think it's really important for all of us to utilize the AI tools that are available these days. So let me just close that and then go from here. So you can get the PDF file, and it shows you that UIW has it. And what you can do is actually download the file, because it's always important to download the PDF file. You want to name it with the last name, year, and the title, and then save it in your drive. In this case, I couldn't remember what the last name was, and then go back. So let's go back to our search. So go back and see what else they have. Another thing you can do, as she was mentioning, remember, you could just go through all these articles and see what the analysis, like what's going on, right? In terms of that, it'll take some time, and the better your search names are, it's going to be a lot easier to search your information. So artificial education, evidence-based, that might be interesting as well. So and then social determinants of health. So I have to go through residents, faculty, artificial, brave new world. I wondered about that. Oh, here it is, public health education, exactly what I was looking for. So let's go here. You want to get the reference manager download, as you can see, and I'll show you next. You want to download the PDF file. So in this case, there it is. I think it must have already downloaded the article. Let me see. It's right there. Perfect. So here's the article that I was looking for. And what you can do at this point is, once you're done, let's go back to the reference manager that she talked about. So going back to the library guide that she showed us, there was RefWorks that she talked about. It is part of your tuition. And if you go to Ref Guide, how do you get there? You could get there by a couple of different ways. So you go to the library and go down, and you could go to RefWorks like this. And then for me, I already have an account. You have to create an account if you don't have one that she mentioned, and you sign in. Once you sign in, what's very interesting here is, let's say you are interested in importing all those articles that we just found. So you press on add, and then import references. And how do you do this? You do this by going to your file. Remember the file that you downloaded for your articles when you were searching for it online. So what you're going to be doing is going through, let me just see where it could be in terms of downloads. So it's these two files that I want to get, the NBIB, import, and usually it's always good to put it in a folder. So let's create a folder called AI Public Health Education, okay? And then create a folder. So I import it there. And then let's look at what it looks like. So when you go to RefWorks, it just automatically put that article in there, as you can see. And remember, it was found at our UIW site. So if you say full text, it gets you to the full text. You can also add to it as a reference manager, but we talked about this in terms of how to organize yourself. So this is one way to just make sure that you are putting all the references in there. And look at my folder. There's a lot of information. There's more than 50 articles here. Now I have public health. It's organized in a way that I can find it. So let me put another one in. Remember, I found another article before on public health, someone on education, and you go here, and you always want to create a folder to make your life easier, and then put it in. So when you go into my folders, public health, there's 2 articles that you're doing. Oh, I put in the same one. So when that happens, what you can do is you can actually delete it. So it's not a big deal if you have duplicates. Let me go back and see if I can get the other article. Trying to remember which one that I imported. I can't remember. I'll do both. So I'll import a public health, right? Let's see what happened. Probably got, okay, so I got the other one that I needed, public health. So as you can see, you can actually take this off, meaning you can delete it. We know that there's 2, so remove from the folder, and then we could put it in the trash. What's great about this is it organizes everything in these folders for you to go back, and also you've found them at the library, so you're able to backtrack. But my advice to you is always download this in your on your computer and on your iCloud to just make sure that you have all the information with you. So going back, like I said, that was another item that she talked about in the search, and also she also talked about everything bar here, where if you put your search keywords, it will find. So let me do the same thing. So I said AI and public health and education. The reason why we put the parentheses sometimes is to just indicate that these are words together, and it allows the computer to know that the 2 words have to come together. So I just use the convention to make things easier, and then you say go. She doesn't recommend it, as she said, for undergrads, and this just searches everywhere, books, articles, etc. So as you can see, it's not a good search because it brought 6,072 results. Even if you go to peer review, it gets you down to 4,448. And then from here, you may want to refine it to date. So we may want to maybe do the last 5 years, so or four years here. So refine, and still we're going to get a lot of hits. 2,000, it got us down to 2,000, and then you could kind of see some of the filters. We wanted peer review. Let's see, you want it in English, let's say. You want to just make sure that might also break it down a little bit more, and also allow you to search narrowly. But one of the things that you do when you do this is here, There's another article on artificial intelligence and public health exploratory study that was just published in 2023. Let's say I'm interested in this article. And when you do the search on here, what's really great about the fact that if you have RefWorks account, like I said, I use EndNotes, and I've been using EndNotes since the version 1. So you want to just make sure you pick something that you feel comfortable. Unfortunately, UIW doesn't have a subscription for it. You have to pay for it on your own. RefWorks is what we are using at UIW that you don't have to actually pay for. So here's another journal article that went in. As you can see, the last article here, Artificial Intelligence and Public Health Exploratory Study, just went straight in there from your all search engine. This allows you to kind of do the search pretty quickly. And if you have other, like for me, I would have to use this, right, to download my references, just because I have to it'll go straight to my EndNote if I link it. But RefWorks does it for you. And what you could do is you can see the abstract, you can see the subject, what they use. So public health was the subject, artificial intelligence was subject, and education. So I picked 3 words that were subjects as opposed to keywords. So you could see what kind of article it is and take a look. So if you go, look at full text available if you go there, so you can click on it to see, to read. It takes a little bit longer to download, but it allows you to go read the article and make notation. So if you go to RefWorks, what's great about this is if you go to RefWorks, you can start kind of creating, you can take notes on here so if you go to edit, there's abstract, tags, and notes here. You can actually create more fields here, and you can have personal notes section where you can actually put information like, this is a great article to use for my next paper. You want to be more distinct than that, but as you can see, there's other fields that you can use. The most frequently used one that I like is the personal note. It allows me to kind of give me a idea. And what's great about this is I'm going to click on this after you have to close it. Create bibliography. So here you go. If you create a bibliography, it tells you what kind of references, styles that you could do it in. So you can put APA 7th edition. Okay, so sentence casing, DOI. So there's a lot of differences here, but you want to just put annotated. What that means is it's going to give you abstract as well. You could see pretty quickly along with what you have. Let's say if I picked just sentence casing, it just gives you this. Okay, so, and you could copy it right onto the clipboard and copy and paste into your paper. So look at another, I want to show you different ways to do this, but the 2 ways that are going to be very important is one, just to see all the citations. The other one, whenever you see annotated, it gives you the abstract to go back to get your information in there, which is wonderful. So use these tools to make your life easier, especially if you're doing your dissertations. This tool, like I said, is going to make your life so much easier. So there's a quick site where It tells you what you need to be doing. So citation, it tells you what kind of insert citation that you have to do, how it's going to look like, and then what the bibliography will look like in terms of the citation style that you have selected, for instance, as you can see. So take a look and let me know if you have any questions. Check out her site and go through the off-campus access, Texas Share. There's interlibrary loans that she talked about. They are working on the artificial intelligence, and as you can see, they are updating it. The databases of all the articles, I actually gave the librarian all your topics, and she has put most of the information. And remember, my lecture was based on this scenario that we talked about 60% of the workforce retiring, and finding ebooks, how to do a library lit review. I'll take you to another an APA style if you're struggling it gives you another one. And then also we looked at RefWorks, library key tools, the other ways for us to search. And before we leave, you have different check-ins if you want to find other databases. You can let her know. And then also, this is a way to make an appointment with the librarian and to give you more personalized attention and also one-on-one. So any questions? Good luck. I know it was a lot of information, and I wanted to review this with you just because I think it is important for all of you to know how to utilize this. Bye, everyone. I will see you in the next class.